Hey everybody, what's up? I'm JC at MotorcycleSuperstore.com and it's time for our monthly Kickstart video, your home for all things moto. For the month of May, we have a bunch of exciting new products. Very important and new safety equipment that's on the market, some affordable options for goggles. We also have sexy street bike gear that's come up and some really high dollar, high performing off-road and dual sport stuff you should be taking a look at. Speaking of taking a look at, we have a full calendar of events. Racing action from all over the globe. It's going to be street, dirt, it's really happening here in May, so make sure you're checking those out. We also have our super deal of the month, our featured bike, and a bunch of other cool stuff coming your way. If at any point you want to skip around, check out these buttons down below, find the areas you're most interested in. But let's kick it off right now by announcing our winners from last month's Subscribe and Win giveaway. Our first gift card goes to Bethany Grieves, and our second gift card to Kevin McDonald. Those are $100 a piece, congratulations. And the grand prize is a MotoCentric jacket and pant combination, and that goes to MrLarryanne. Thank you all for subscribing to us on YouTube. That's all it takes to play this game every month. You now have 30 days winners to send me an email. YouTube winner at motorcycle-superstore.com, and we'll start sending your prizes. Our prizes for this month, as usual, are two $100 gift cards, and the grand prize will be your choice of one item from Forcefield. Any of the protective items that are available on our website, you can take your choice. Whether that's a $40 set of knee guards or a $200 chest rig is up to you. In order to be eligible, subscribe to our YouTube channel and you'll be entered to win automatically. With that said, let's jump right into our street bike categories. Everybody loves a fresh set of meats, so here we go with some tires on my left. These are from Pirelli. They are the Diablo Rosso Corsa tires. Now, this isn't exactly brand new, but I'm pointing them out because we just bought a boatload of them. So it's springtime, you probably need some fresh tires. Maybe even if you don't, you're just kind of iffy. We have these things going all month long. You're probably going to see some discounts. So check them out. You've got dual compound rubber on the rear. These are radial tires. They've been bred at the racetrack for your everyday use. You've got great performance at maximum lean angles, lightweight. They have a W speed rating, which is 168 plus. So these things are going to work for all of your high performance sport bike needs. The tread pattern on them is going to work with a little bit on mixed terrain in terms of wet and dry. It's definitely not a full wet weather tire, but check them out. Find the sizes you need. They're available in tons of different sizes, so we can get you hooked up for sure. Up front, we have a battery. This is from Bike Master. Now, it's a lithium ion battery, so it's going to be extremely lightweight. It's going to have slower discharge rates, greater cranking amps. The cool thing about it, though, is that it's made by Bike Master, and they're definitely one of the brands that makes affordable products. So if you're looking for batteries, lithium ion technology, this one's going to be one of the most affordable you can probably find on the market. Check it out. Lots of different applications. You can put them in your UTVs, your street bikes, your ATVs. I mean, we don't have to feature them just here in the street section, but it's a great option to have, and they're nice and affordable. In front of me, some boots from Rev'IT. Now, these are not the same boots. They look very similar, but you've got two new options for 2015. These are going to be a very stylish motorcycle boot that can be worn off of the bike very easily. We have the Regent and the Royale. In my opinion, the Regent is a little bit more fashionable. The Royale is a little bit more classic in the way that it looks. However, they're both waterproof garments, so it's going to be great to wear these around town even if it's wet outside. You've got a treated leather material, also the wax suede up the side. So very similar in their construction. They look a little different, but they're almost identical in the way that they're built. Reinforcements on the shifter area, which are very classy. Also, you will find some contrast stitching on them. The thing that I like the most in terms of the features, the metal eyelets are great, but also the tongues have been gusseted as well, so that's going to really help with that waterproofing. See if they're right for you. Very fashionable stuff. They've got armor built into the toes, the ankles, the heels. It's designed to be great on the motorcycle. So if you're looking for some fashionable footwear, these might be right up your alley. Available in the brown or in a black for both of those models. Over here we have a helmet from LS2. This is brand new, and this one is what they're putting on their MotoGP riders these days. So this is called their Aero helmet. The one you see in front of you is the Rush graphic. There's a couple different graphics and colors available, but basically it's a racing style helmet. So it's got a taller eye port, so when you're in that tuck position you can see a little better. There's a lot of attention paid to this face shield area. It's designed to be a little bit flatter, so you're going to be able to put racing tear-offs on it. It's also pin lock ready as well. Now, one of the cool things about this is that you have to press this little button to release it, kind of a unique style there. The venting applications on this are pretty good as well. You're going to need that when you're pushing hard on the racetrack. Check it out. It is a long oval head form, so if you have one of those longer heads, this thing might really be up your alley. There's a lot of information in these online. The base plate system that attaches the face shield here is one of the best on the market in my opinion in terms of the ease of use. Getting this face shield on and off is super easy. So LS2 is stepping up their game, and you might want to take a look at this. It's about 240 bucks, so it's pretty affordable as well. Now some of the garments over here. Jackets. This one, not brand new. It's from River Road. It's called their Hooligan, but it is a heavyweight for us. This thing is always doing great sales numbers. People love it. It's almost 5 out of 5 stars. So the customers who buy this, they're really appreciating the classic looks. That's what it's all about with this jacket. Clean lines. One of the things I want to note about it does not have armor in it. It doesn't even have inserts for armor, so it's definitely just a leather jacket. But the great racing stripes, it has ventilation on the biceps. You're going to find some standard pocket configurations, that really comfortable collar, and it does have a removable liner in it as well. Very, very comfortable, medium weight leather. It's a really sharp looking jacket and people seem to love it. So check it out if you're in the market for a new cruiser style jacket. Behind me, this is from Climb. Now, Climb is typically thought of as like an adventure touring or sort of off-road type company, but they're actually branching more into the street segments. This is the Blade jacket, brand new this year. It's a fairly light duty jacket. It's designed for around town, maybe some light sport touring. It's got 10 pockets on it, lots of storage. It's a waterproof garment. It's made out of a Gore-Tex dual membrane or a dual layer shell. So you're going to find great water protection there. Something else I want to point out, because we're really excited here at Superstore, is that we're now carrying Dainese gear. So in May, you can start to see some of those products cropping up. I don't have any of them here today because they're just shipping into our warehouse. So keep an eye out for them. That's top-end sport bike style gear, really nice leather jackets, really great boot options. So if you're looking for that type of thing, keep checking them out. We're really proud to be offering that to our customers these days. That does it for the street segment. Now let's talk about our bike of the month. Our bike of the month for May is a new one from Star Motorcycles, and it's not an entirely new bike. It's actually one that's been in the lineup, but they've changed it around heavily for 2015. It's now called the Star Bolt C-Spec. The Star Bolt was a custom cruiser that had an entry-level price point, so very easy to purchase, nice low seat height, easy to ride, easy to kind of get into that segment. The C-Spec essentially transforms the Bolt into a cafe racer. So they changed around the handlebars, they changed around the foot controls, and the suspension are the real big deals. But what you get here is the same 942cc V-twin engine. It's a 60-degree configuration, uses a 5-speed transmission and a belt drive to transfer that power to the rear wheel. And what that means is that it's going to give you fuel injection. Also, you're going to have disc brakes. So a lot of the amenities that we've come to expect from new bikes with this classic cafe styling. So with the foot controls, they've moved those rearwards almost 6 inches. Also, they moved them up a little bit higher and made them slightly wider. So your knees are going to be in a slightly different position. The handlebars are now clip-on style bars. Those are located or mounted beneath that top triple clamp. Also, the instrument cluster has been designed a little bit differently as well to make it a little easier to use with this new style of front end. Now the suspension is the real big deal. They've actually made longer suspension components. The travel is the same as the Star Bolt, however the suspension components themselves are elongated, which means it has a 1.6-inch increase in ride height. That helps it transition side to side without dragging and scraping quite as much as the original Bolt did. They also gave it Michelin Commander 2 tires. Those replace the old Bridgestones. Those are a little bit more sport performance oriented, and it's going to give you a great look as well. You can get it in 2 different colorways. It's either the Envy Green or the Liquid Silver. The price tag on this thing is $86.90, still very affordable. Get more information on this bike online. You can also check it out at your Yamaha dealerships right now. I showed you a couple dual sport and adventure touring helmets last month. I'd like to show you another one this time around. This is from EVS. It's called their T5 Venture helmet. It's available in either solid colorways or the graphics helmet like you see here. Different colors available as well. Now, it's a basic style helmet, so it blends a little bit of the street technology by basically slapping on a face shield on the dirt bike helmet. It has a nice, soft, comfortable interior. It has an adjustable visor system, which is great because not all of the dual sport helmets on the market do feature that. It also has an adjustable vent here on the mouthpiece. It's the only vent on the helmet. You're not finding an exhaust vent, you're not finding any intake vents, so it's definitely going to run a little warm, keep that in mind, but it's an intermediate oval head shape. We mentioned that nice interior, DOT rated for safety. So if you're looking for an attractive, good-looking helmet, definitely has the aesthetics. As affordable, this might be right up your alley. Let's talk about the goggles now. This one, first one is from Oakley, and it's exciting because they essentially redid or revamped the O-frame, which is a tremendous goggle. This is going to be in that $50 to $60 range. The original O-frame is about $40. So for a little bit more money, what they've done is they've thinned out the frame. That makes for a larger lens, so you have a little bit better visibility out of this, a better field of view. Obviously, lots of different colorways that are available. It's a flexible frame. It does come with the removable nose guard. It also uses their 3-stage foam. Very soft, very comfortable. The frame actually has slight cutouts as well to allow for some eyeglasses to be worn underneath, which is pretty interesting. Triple layer or triple line on the silicone bead here on the strap, going to keep that right in place. The adjustment's pretty standard. Check it out. It's nice to see a new variety. It's got some new features on it, and it's definitely going to have great new styling as well. Now, if $50 to $60 is a little too much for you, look at this option from Spy. It is their newest entry point goggle, it retails at under 23 bucks. So that's really attractive. It's basic in terms of the graphics. All of them come with the black strap with the white standard logo, but there are different color lenses. They have tear-off posts on the lens. It's very flexible. It's a Lexan style. It also uses tri-stage foam, which is going to give you great sweat absorption, and it's fleece lined as well. So a lot more comfortable, a little bit more basic than the option we showed you over here, but this is nice if you just want a backup goggle. They're great for kids. They're great to give as gifts. Also, they're just great if you need to be a little bit tight with your budget. So check out the breakaway goggle from Spy. Now this is not a low dollar item. However, it's really high on the safety list. It's from Rev'IT. It's their new Fusion 3.0 vest. It's essentially the adult version of the Junior 2.0, which we saw come out previously. And what it does is it melds chest protection and a neck brace all into one piece. It's a single piece unit. It's $400 full retail price, but you could spend more than that on a brace alone. So it's really nice, and it's really actually a value item when you consider it in that light. Now, it's CE rated for impacts on the chest, CE rated on the impacts for the back, also on the removable shoulder pads, and of course for the neck piece here as well. So this is a really awesome option. If you don't like buckling all those things together, this makes it a lot easier. You slide in from the side, the front and back plates have a pivot point to allow for extra movement, and it has full wraparound guards on the sides as well. That'll protect your ribs. Really an extensive piece. Yes, it's a little bulky, however, you're going to find great coverage from it, and it makes your life a lot easier because it's all in one piece. Now I want to talk about these gloves. These are from MSR. And I'm actually really excited about these things. These are really cool. They have D3O soft gel inserts, or not gel, but soft armor inserts here, and that gives you great flexibility. It feels like a motocross glove, but it's designed for off-road, bashing through the trees or whatever it might be, or dual sport purposes as well. So great flexibility here. You're gonna find a synthetic leather palm, but what I like even more is the rest of the gear that MSR has introduced to go along with these. So they have their new Explorer lineup, and you can see a couple examples behind me. We have the Explorer Voyager jacket and the Unbound pant. These are supposed to be matched up together. They're sold individually, but we'll talk about the jacket first. A couple color options. It's made from 400 denier materials. It's completely waterproof. So it has a membrane on the interior. It also has taped seams. It's going to have great storage options, and it can be upgraded with armor. It's been designed. It has some inserts built into it. It won't come with the armor, but you can add those on separately, and it's going to be compatible with D3O stuff, much like you see here on the knuckles. So great option there. It's a nice off-road / dual sport style jacket. Same thing goes with the pants. The Unbounds, they're designed to be worn outside of the boot. They have a really nice zippered vent, 13-inch zipper on each thigh, plus an exhaust vent on the back side. They have a water-resistant storage pouch or cargo pocket on each leg as well. And they've got a really cool fitment system up top. You can ratchet down that belt. You can also cinch down the side straps, and it uses a zipper with Velcro reinforcements and a gaiter underneath. So they're designed to be worn in nasty weather. Dual leather heat shields on the knees. It's been treated for water repellent. It's a really cool set of gear. Check it out. MSR is stepping up their game these days, so that's a really cool option. It's going to be all put together into one cohesive unit. Check them out and get all the details on these. That does it for our dirt segment. Let's jump over to our riding tip and see what we've got there. For today's riding tip, I'm going to show you how to turn one of these into one of these. Now, adventure touring bikes and Starbucks coffee may not go hand in hand, at least conceptually. However, we learned of a little trick recently that might have you thinking otherwise. Now, this is a to-go box of coffee that you can get from any Starbucks. And what we really want is not necessarily the box itself, but what's inside. It has this bladder in here that's going to allow us to carry all kinds of fluids potentially. So obviously this would work in any type of an emergency situation where you need to get water, but honestly we're talking mostly about those scenarios where you might run out of gas. So adventure touring bikes are what I started with. Those are the guys who might be the most far off the beaten path when they run out. However, this trick could go for anybody. Any type of street rider, cruisers, whatever. You can take this and take it in your saddlebag with you and you're off and running. So essentially on the inside of the box, you have what looks like a foil bag. The cool thing about this is that it actually has a plastic liner on the inside that is resistant to the effects of gasoline. I've had gas in this one in my garage for over 10 days and it hasn't leaked. As a matter of fact, I still have gasoline in it now. So the real beauty in this product is just how much it can hold, for one, because as you can see it's very large, but also how small it packs down to you when you want to store it away. Because it's not a solid Rotopax or an extra fuel can or even a water bottle, for instance, this thing actually folds up flat. You'll be able to stuff it in your saddlebag, your backpack, even a pocket if you really wanted to. Now, I will say, it is not the most durable material, so if you are storing it away, make sure you protect it a little bit. We don't want it rattling around with all of your extra screwdrivers and tools and whatever else that might poke a hole in it. You'll be up a creek without it. Now, Whether or not this tip's for you, I'm not sure. Maybe I've just given you an extra reason to go to Starbucks in the morning. But whatever it is, if you have a moto hack you'd like to share, send it my way. Our email address is videoteam@motorcycle-superstore.com. I'd love to hear what you have to share, and maybe we'll get it out here for everyone else to enjoy. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time at motorcyclesuperstore.com. Our super deal is one of the best opportunities for you to save a boatload of money on a product every month. Now this time around, we're going to feature the Fly Trekker DS helmet. You might have noticed if you watched our April Kickstart that they introduced a new model. So, being the savvy shoppers that you are, you probably figured out that we're going to blow this thing out. 32% off for the entire month of May. It's going to be marked down to $94.95 as long as supplies last. It's a solid colorway. You're going to find, of course, the silver, but there's some others that are available as well. Check out the product page for more details. It's a nice little lightweight helmet. It's made from a polyalloy outer shell. It's DOT and ECE rated for safety. Dual density EPS liner on the interior, a nice comfort liner that is removable and washable. Adventure touring and dual sport, you can really work up a sweat, so you can yank all these things out and clean them up as needed. Now, this is a helmet that blends off-road and street technology, so you'll see the face shield that drops down. The thing I like about it has a thumb tab on both sides, left and right, so it's really easy to get pulled up out of the way. Another thing that's great about it is you can remove it if you need to for maintenance or to replace it if it becomes damaged. The visor system is also pretty decent on this because it's adjustable. Not all of them on the marketplace are. You also have adjustable venting on the intake side here, down on the mouthpiece, which is a big advantage at higher freeway speeds, and the exhaust vent is adjustable up top as well. Lots of helmets don't have that feature, especially ones in this price category. Check it out online, save lots of money on this Fly Trekker helmet. It's a really good deal. Leave me your comments on it as well. I'd love to hear them. Racers around the globe are pinning it this month, and so we're going to go full gas into our racing calendar right now. Starting things off in Las Vegas, we've got two different events. Endurocross is on the 1st, and then Supercross is wrapping up their season on the 2nd. Fortunately, once Supercross is over, we're heading to the outdoors. So we've got our opening round of the Outdoor Motocross Series at Hangtown on the 16th. Then it goes to Glen Helen, so you California fans are getting hooked up. And then it's heading for round 3 in Lakewood, Colorado on the 30th. World Motocross has 3 rounds this month as well, and now Ryan Villopoto is in a little bit of a hole. Make sure you're tuning in to see if he can dig his way out and get back in the championship hunt. On the 10th, they're racing in Spain. On the 24th, they head to Great Britain, and on the 31st, over to France. Back in the States, Works Racing on the 24th, that's in Cedar City, Utah. GNCC also has a couple rounds this month, the 9th and the 10th in New York, 23rd through the 24th in West Virginia. Hare and Hound has their round in Utah as well. That's on May 2nd. And World Enduro, that's in Spain and Portugal this month. So be checking those guys out also. As for the street bike side of things, MotoGP is rocking and rolling. On the 3rd, they're in Spain. Then the World's Best heads to France on the 17th and then over to Italy at the end of the month. Moto America also has some racing going on, the 15th through 17th in Virginia and the 29th through the 31st in Wisconsin. World Superbike is in Italy on the 10th. On the 24th, they head to the UK, and British Superbike also has a round on Oulton Park. That's the 2nd through the 4th. Lots going on, but I haven't even had time to talk about regional, much less local events. So make sure you do a little bit of research on your own. May is a great time to be on the bike, just like it is a great time to be watching the racing. Thanks for hanging out with us this month in our Kickstart video. If you missed something the first time around or you just want to see a segment again, go ahead and use these buttons down below. I encourage you to share this video with your friends, and definitely leave me your comments in the section down below. This is the one time where you guys have an opportunity to share your thoughts with me. If you have a riding tip you want to send in, or if you have a great video clip of you being awesome on your bike, GoPros are great for that, go ahead and send me an email, videoteam@motorcycle-superstore.com. If you got some good stuff, I would love to share it in one of our upcoming Kickstart videos. And don't forget, this video is the only time we announce our winners for the Subscribe and Win giveaway. So you need to check back every month, at least watch our Kickstart video to see if you're one of the lucky winners. Thanks again for watching, have a great May, and we'll see you next time at motorcyclesuperstore.com.